Welcome back into the RXFL here, guys. Glad to have you aboard. It's the second half between the Orlando Wizards and the Chicago Wolverines. Chicago coming into this one 9-5. They started the season off 9-0. They've lost 5 in a row, and they're trying to hang on. You never would have thought, nobody would have thought, at 9-0 that the Chicago Wolverines would be hanging on to their playoff lives. But here they are. They're trying to hang on, and they're playing a Orlando Wizards team who we said is just trying to play spoiler because their playoff hopes, it's not there. It's out. Their playoff hopes are all but gone, and they're just trying to play spoiler. They got Cordell Stewart in. First time we're seeing Cordell Stewart. He is in for the injured. Oh, look at that good run. Gurley's had some good stuff in the first half. He's in for the injured Carson Wentz. And his running game has been pretty darn impressive so far in the first half. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining us for the second half. TV Sports 27. Let's get you with some plugs. Oh, my God. Todd Gurley, who is also in for an injured player. He's in for the injured Barry Sanders, having, I think, his best game of his season here. This is TV Sports 27. We are streaming live the second half here on Twitch. So hit the follow button if you don't want to miss any of the live action. Follow along live with us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/TV Sports 27. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you joining us. You're getting, oh my God, Todd Gurley. He's going to will the Chicago Wolverines in the postseason, isn't he? He's having a monster game. If you're watching TV Sports 27 here on YouTube, this is the replay of all of our Twitch streams. So if you want to chat live with us, if you want to interact with us, Twitch is the place to do so, but we're glad to have you here on YouTube as well. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on YouTube as we're trying to get. We got Mr. Maple in the chat. Hello, Mr. Maple, who said that was a big run. He said that was a big business run, huh? How about that? Follow on Twitch, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on YouTube to help get the word out about TV Sports 27. And we're still running our Patreon promotion. We're trying to get 10 new Patreons, just 10. 10 new Patreons. We got over almost 100 followers on Twitch. We got almost 600 subscribers on YouTube. We're just asking for, what is 10 of 600? I guess 700 if you count Twitch. That's like less than 1%. 10 new Patreon subscribers before the end of the month of August. We will purchase and we will play AEW Fight Forever here on the channel, and we will bring a second wrestling show to you. In addition to WWE 2K Universe Mode, in addition to My Rise, in addition to Rey Mysterio Showcase, we will bring an AEW Universe Mode, AEW Career Mode here. But we got to get 10 new Patreons before the end of the month of August to unlock and bring a second wrestling show to the channel. So if you guys want to see a second wrestling show on the channel, help make that happen. Sign up, patreon.com/TV Sports 27 at any level that you would like. From $1 all the way up to 20. Sign up at any level at Patreon. 10 new subscribers. AEW Fight Forever. So the Wizards, they're trying to hang into this thing here. Todd Gurley making it more difficult, but the Wizards, they've had an easy time getting down the field. They've had 2 big drives. So they turned the ball over in the red zone here, and Stewart's just going to get rid of it this time. You see those 2 interceptions, and that's what has happened inside the red zone, which has cost the Orlando Wizards points, without a doubt. It would be a lot closer than 24-13 if that wasn't the case. And Stewart is going to run. Look at this. Look at the blocking. And Cordell Stewart just gets pushed out of bounds. Earl Thomas, part of the Wolverines Legion of Boom here. Blitz is on. Stewart changing things up here. Oh, what a beautiful audible by Cordell Stewart. He saw that blitz was coming. This is a man, he's been Slash. They call him Slash. But he's been the guy. he saw that the Wolverines are bringing the all-out blitz. He switched the play to dump it off to Corey Dillon. Touchdown. And now the Wizards are trying to make it a field goal performance here. Stewart, again, pressure on, and this time could not get... Oh, we got a low batter. We're going to have to charge that up soon. Quarterback sack there, Dave Wilcox of the Chicago Wolverines. It's interesting. We've mentioned this before, but the teams that have switched over from, of course, we were playing this previously on All Pro Football 2K8. This series, which started out as the SFL way back on message boards. We started off in NFL 2K5, then we went to college football for a number of years because that had the creative team. Then we switched to All Pro Football 2K8 for the last 5 seasons. Now we made the move to Madden because no more games give us that creative team. Oh my goodness. We've just seen so many big plays happen in this game. So yeah, we're on Madden now. I obviously would like to use my own teams instead of, and we kind of do that a little bit by coming up with, Chicago Wolverines and all that stuff. Orlando Wizards are in the game. We would like to have our own teams, kind of, instead of the in-game having the teams. But this is what we kind of have to deal with. Hopefully, we're keeping our fingers crossed that Maximum Pro Football is going to be a really cool game. That has obviously that's going to have a creative team, and maybe that will allow us to move the season mode over there, where we can kind of get creative. But we use a lot of these teams in All Pro Football 2K8, and it's just interesting that a lot of the success that they had in 2K8 has kind of been replicated, because we said this is the Ann Arbor Annihilators, and Wolverines coming just obviously from the helmet design. Oh my God, that was terrible. And I thought that the receiver was going to go to the end zone. So there's an obvious miscommunication, because I was expecting, I will admit I made that throw, and I didn't do that on purpose to make the game interesting, but I was expecting the receiver to go to the back of the end zone, and he stopped. So whether I misread the play or not, let's get another look at it, just so you guys see what I'm seeing. Of course, freaking Madden. But, so here's what I'm expecting. 83, which is, of course, Steve Jordan, who had the big play. Or no, not 83, Stallworth. He's going to make me sick. Maybe I got my numbers mixed up. I think I might have done that. I might have thought 83, 82. Because when I throw the ball, hit it, and I'm thinking he's going to the end zone. And he stopped. So that might have just been my misread. That's bummer drummer on my end. That's my mistake. Wow. Orlando in this one. Dillon up the middle. Brought down by Lito Shepard. He's got an interception to his name. But yeah, Ann Arbor Annihilators, 5 of the greatest seasons in Revolution Ball history. Here, they're having a really good season until this losing streak. Omaha Firebirds, now the Las Vegas Firebirds, the worst team in the league, and continuing that here by being the worst team this season. Play fake, Stewart. And dumps it off to Dillon. Chicago Wolverine defense, though, they have stopped Cordell Stewart in his track a number of times, because there's been times where Stewart's been wanting to unleash, and he's just looking and nothing's open down the field. Still plenty of time, though, here early on in the third. They give it to Dillon, who's had some good success in this one. Dillon and Todd Gurley have had some big runs in this game. 2nd and 8 here, Cordell. Ooh, crossing route, Bavaro.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from,
Big game still coming up here in week 16. Cordell steps up. Oh, I think he was past the line of scrimmage. Cordell still trying to shake the rust off a little bit. Carson Wentz has been the starter all year. Josh Freeman, your third string here with the Wizards. And again, just nothing. And Stewart, I will say this though, Stewart's ability to get out of the pocket and kind of buy time is keeping the Wizards in this thing.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
Back to the ground game, Corey Dillon. And Wizards not getting much happening on that run. Riverboat Ron in this one, going against Sean Payton on the sideline. Oh, play fake, and Stewart goes down. Not even enough time, and Lito Shepherd continues to have a really big game here for the Wolverines.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case.
I mean, Stewart didn't even have a chance to get rid of that if he could. The thing that's hurt the Wizards, they've gotten down the field, they've gotten a lot of yards, but they've had to get a lot of field goals. This is going to be a third time they're going to have to settle for a field goal. They had the 2 field goals and then the 2 turnovers, so that's 28 points worth of touchdowns that they didn't get on the board, that they would just be blowing the Wolverines out right now. Josh Scobie is good, and that 2-point conversion that they missed is hurting a little bit. It's a 2-point game here in frozen Chicago at Soldier Field. Lockett fields that one clean. We'll see what kind of game plan the Wolverines come out on the field with. You got Todd Gurley, who's running the ball incredibly well. You also want to try to get that one more touchdown on the board here. And Todd Gurley doesn't get anything. He loses a yard. Carl Ellers had a couple of those kind of plays today. Wrapping up quarter number 3 here in Chicago. Oh my goodness, and Theismann again is going to take a sack. This is the first time we're going to see Cunningham come in and get the sack. Doesn't the field look a little too clean? For Chicago in December, in the wintertime, that field should be dirty and muddy and torn up. The field looks a little too clean for Chicago in the wintertime. Theismann, he's had to roll out of the pocket a couple of times himself, and that is incomplete. Wide open, and the hit and the incompletion. You can't have that happen. Who is that? I don't even have that. I gotta call him out because that was bad. Is it C.J. Anderson? Neil Anderson. Is that a legend? He's third string. Maybe he's third string for a reason. The Wolverines on to punt. John Ryan. All the way back to the 11. Donald Driver. Oh! If Driver could have stayed on his feet, he could have put some yards in front of him. I tell you what. This will be the last play of the quarter. Corey Dillon. Oh, Corey Dillon tried to lower his helmet, and he got hit by the Legion of Boom brick wall out there. These former Seahawk players that are populating the Chicago Wolverines, they hit hard, and especially in December in Chicago, you're feeling it. That's right, this December, we compete with the NFL. Same time frame. Stewart! We've seen a number of sacks. Dave Wilcox on both sides of the ball. 9 sacks in this ball game. So Wizards go empty set here on 2nd and 17. Cordell is going to step up, and he got it to Bavaro. That's a big first down on 2nd and forever there. That's a big-time first down. Mr. Maple in the chat. He's cheering on the Wolverines, or the Wizards, rather. Mr. Maple wants to see the upset. Cordell, very quick pass to Bavaro again. Stewart's got good vision on a lot of these throws. They're in field goal range. If you're careful with the football, you got the lead. Oh, pressure. Cordell tried to get rid of it, and we got another sack. This is wild. Willie, Big Willie.
5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
The witching hour, not yet.
Witching hour? Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
Stewart steps up and completes it to Donald Driver. We got some more Twitch chats, I believe. Let's look at the chat what we got here. Hello, hello. Who's joining us in the chat? Send me another message, because Twitch, if I don't have the Twitch chat up, it usually doesn't send your message. So send me another message if you're in the Twitch chat. Let me know there. I want to shout you out. I want to give you the big shout out. Ooh, we got a little donation ski. What's, do you say it Ko-Fi or do you say it Kofi? I've been saying Ko-Fi, but is it supposed to be like Kofi, like coffee? Anyway, we got a little tip ski here, Ko-Fi tip. A big thank you to Mr. Maple, dropping $5 and saying he's just wants to reiterate that he's cheering for the Orlando Wizards here and hoping for the upset. So the Wizards, they decide to try to run it, and they don't get the first down. So again, big thank you so much, Mr. Maple. Again, Mr. Maple, he's a Patreon follower, and dropping the Ko-Fi. We'll shout you out. We'll read any message you got for us if you hit that Ko-Fi link at the bottom. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description down below. We'll shout you out. And, well, obviously we can only shout you out on Twitch, but if you're watching on Twitch, it's the big red button on the About Me. Hit that, send a little love our way, and we'll shout you out. Thank you so much, Mr. Maple, and we'll see what the Wizards do here. They have a 1-point lead. What an amazing fall this would be for the Chicago Wolverines. I mean, you hear the commentators, they're talking about how the Wolverines, they're trying to hang on to that final wild card spot. 9-0, and they might miss the postseason. It's unbelievable. And they had the big lead here. They've just let it slip away. The defense has really not been able to stop, I think, has been the biggest issue. And then a lot of sacks here as well from the Wizards. But they're putting a really good drive together right now. That's without a doubt. Of course, the bad interception didn't help either that I threw. Madden really wants them to throw the ball. We're not putting the ball in Gurley's hands. Still a lot of time. Well, I was hoping that this would be a play to Gurley. Anderson comes in. It worked, though. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Theismann doesn't have the most beautiful stats either. Theismann and Cordell both been struggling a little bit. Mr. Maple in the chat saying no to the Wizards. Won this Wizard defense. Todd Gurley must be gassed because he's not in the game right now. They kind of need him. This is reminding me of You guys remember the famous NFL films, Dick Vermeil, the Rams-Titans, and the game's on the line, and there's a quarterback sack. Another one in this ball game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire
Michael Dean Perry. But it was the famous NFL, and if you haven't seen it, I mean, it's probably on YouTube somewhere. The NFL films, the Rams-Titans Super Bowl, and the Rams players are coming off the field gassed. And it's the drill. It's the 2-minute drill of Steve McNair, and he's just wearing these guys out. And Dick Vermeil's like, you want to come out of the field? You want to come off the field? It's the Super Bowl. You want to come out of the game? And that's how I kind of feel right now. Why is Todd Gurley not in the game? Oh, my goodness. Theismann hesitated, and John Stallworth touchdown. Oh, and by Theismann hesitated, I hesitated because I didn't trust this game on the throw. Oh, my goodness. You can watch. Let's watch on the replay. That's going to make Mr. Maple very unhappy that happened here. I hesitated because I did not trust this game. I was going to do it here. But I was looking at this, and I was like, knowing Madden, he's going to step up and take the ball away. So I hesitated, and then when John Stallworth broke loose, then we unleashed. So here we go. Going for two. Theismann. Oh, my goodness. So 30-25. Hello, those of you joining us in the chat. Glad to have you guys here. We got more folks joining us. We know Mr. Maple is here. We got Zach joining us. Appreciate all of you guys joining us in the chat here for the RXFL. If you want to join us live, Twitch is the place to do it. Twitch.tv.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here.
Cordell Stewart. He's got a chance to be the hero for the Wizards. 30-25. And, Bavaro, who's been the guy all day, again runs into some Legion of Boom action right there. Good look at Junior Seau. Got more folks piling in. Hello again to everyone in the chat. Look at this, bringing the heat. And both teams have gone to the passing game. I know we're getting late, but it's like you still got some time to do some runs. And both Corey Dillon and Todd Gurley have been very successful with running the football here today. But a good job by the Wolverine defense forcing the ball loose. And Cordell. There's your first down, Donald Driver.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure.
Is it going to come down to who has possession of the ball last in this one? Stewart. Flushed out and ripped down, and another sack. Leonard Marshall gets his first, but I think that's number 6 on Cordell here today.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle. Maybe your highest paid
Stewart
to take care of you in this situation.
in the pocket. He takes a big hit. It's tipped up, and it's intercepted by Earl Thomas. And this is bad news for the Orlando Wizards. Thomas out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. And we're not going to get a replay because of the 2-minute warning. That was a brutal tip pass. That's going to be 3 interceptions. And what was a hell of an effort, I'll say it, by Cordell. He just got lit up back there. Oh, he took the shot. And you can't do that. I mean, it's highly contested, heavily contested. You can't tip the ball up. Earl Thomas right there. And now, if you are the Wolverines, do you jam it into the end zone and take the lead? Or do you try to run some of the clock out? Now, they got all 3 timeouts, so they're just going to use all their timeouts. And they're just going to take the score. Touchdown again Todd Gurley. How about the Naruto run right there? And Chicago might be ending the losing streak finally here. Wait, did they say the single game NFL record for rushing touchdowns? If Gurley gets one more? I didn't even realize that. Man, your heart breaks. I mean, they weren't in the postseason for the Orlando Wizards, but this would have been one of the bigger wins of their season, and we saw them pull off a crazy victory a number of weeks ago against the Oklahoma City Lancers. For Chicago, though, they'll finally end the losing streak. They'll get that 10th win that they thought they were going to get a month and a half ago. And, and another sack from Stewart. And I think that's part of it, too. The number of sacks is just due to Stewart's ability trying to keep plays alive. Minute 30 here. And again, Cordell flushed out, and he's going to go down the field. Juju Smith-Schuster, it's tipped up, and that should have been intercepted by Chancellor. I don't know what happened to Smith-Schuster out there. I hit the I hit the catch button. Right? You saw me hit it, the square. Yeah. Watch this. He didn't even do anything. I hit catch, and then he just stands there. It's like, what the heck? Why doesn't my guy go for it?
That means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right.
There we go with Smith-Schuster. They're not going to say he got out of bounds. Interesting. Looked like he clearly put the football out of bounds, but
the first of their timeouts. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Stewart on first down, buying time to his left.
Oh, Stewart's just going to run it. Look at that, though. That was, he got something there. Man, it's fun. It's good to see. If you guys never got to see Cordell in the mid-90s, YouTube some of his stuff. I know the Steelers used him. That's why his nickname was Slash. That's kind of like a gadget player. But he was a very good quarterback, in my humble opinion. And he did a lot of good stuff for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here he's getting to show off and maybe get a starting role next season in the RXFL. Got hit again. Donald Driver, though, reels it in and goes out of bounds. So 51 seconds, though. Wizards, they're trying to make this thing happen, trying to make this interesting. And Stewart is going to run it here. Oh, my God, what a hit. That was Lenny Lyles, by the way. 45 seconds still with 2 timeouts here. Did he catch it? No! Bavaro drops it. Oh, my goodness. 3rd and 2 for the Wizards. And he gets sacked. The Wizards' offensive line have just had a time today trying to hold this Chicago Wolverine defense. Still nothing from Warren Sapp in this game. It's kind of crazy. Oh, Stewart, he's got an opening. Did he get it? They gave it to him. They got to use the last timeout, though. That is unfortunate for the Wizards. They have to use all their timeouts. Going to make this comeback even harder. Wizards have pushed them, man. And again, the field goals that they missed out on. Cordell, touchdown. the 2 field goals they had to settle for, the 2 red zone turnovers. That's been the difference in this ball game, where I think the Wizards could have pulled this thing off on the road.
You got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up.
Yeah, and the announcers are talking about, unfortunately, this drive did chew up a lot of time. But we'll try the onside kick, and again, we're going to do it our special style to try to give an advantage to the kicking team, since it's almost impossible to return kicks or to get onside kicks in Madden. We line them up in the traditional field goal, in the traditional kick return position, so that will give the kicking team a man advantage here, and I don't think that went far enough. Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to be my first successful onside kick. And there you go. That is going to do it. An incredible effort here for the Orlando Wizards. The Wolverines finally going to end the losing streak at 0-5. They're going to win their 10th game of the season. And they will go to 10-5. And that should just about secure their playoff hopes. I would be surprised, even if they lose in Week 17, that they would miss the postseason at 10-6. So there you go. Chicago Wolverines keeping things alive with a big win. A lot of it was Todd Gurley, but the defense was hard hitting out there, folks. And this was a good ball game here on Thursday night. So appreciate you guys joining us. This was the RXFL. Like we said, we're going to try to get through this season, so you're going to be seeing a lot of RXFL action over the next couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoy that. We got some WWE 2K stuff we're going to sprinkle in as well. So be on the lookout with that.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh, mutiny. That'll be a good one. Mutiny Wolverines.
Double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
So the Wizards opposite record. Great effort from Cordell Stewart. Both running backs were on fire. Rushed for well over 100 yards. I mean, multiple touchdowns. They talked about it for Todd Gurley in this one. That was your story, your running backs. And even Cordell with the numbers he got. Yeah, 4 rushing touchdowns for Todd Gurley. Good stuff right there, guys. All right, that's going to wrap it up again. Follow us, twitch.tv/TBSports27. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up for us, and patreon.com/TBSports27. Help us unlock AEW Fight Forever. Help us bring a second wrestling show to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We got a lot of good stuff still to come. Portland and Mexico City, Dallas and Philadelphia. It's going to be big business. Don't miss it. RXFL action. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.